Good morning. Good morning, and I welcome you all to Superfood Super Mornings with Dr. Shilpi. And today, yet another fresh beginning, fresh morning, and we're going to talk about another superfood which is one of our staple food, and we eat it on a regular basis for a lot of health benefits. And today's superfood is yogurt. Yes, it's yogurt, and it's one of my favorite foods which I consume on a daily basis. And yogurt is essentially it's cultured by adding live bacteria to milk, and most popular fermented dairy product in the world. So it's not only about India. Yogurt is had worldwide, and it's one of the most popular and healthy, effective dairy product if you eat it right. And yes, it is produced by food. It is produced by bacterial fermentation of milk, and it was really, if you go to history, it was invented by Mesopotamia around 5000 BC, and we have a lot of ancestral data from our ancient. We've got so much of ancient data, and yogurt, the curd that we eat, along with honey, was supposed to be the food of the gods. So it was very very famous, and any whatever, even if you do a puja in the house, or even if you do anything in the house, curd is supposed to be one of the additive of the drink that you make for the gods. So this much importance as cultural significance also we have for the yogurt. And what is yogurt? How beneficial is yogurt, and how you should have it on a daily basis? We'll talk about it in detail. And for me, neither my lunch nor my dinner I skip yogurt. This is my container that I take yogurt in. I have various sizes of this container so that the portion size is maintained, and I take it on a regular basis. And this is the set curd that is done for me in the house. And this is absolutely, if you can see, it is set so well, and it's made out of whole milk. And you have a lot of preferences. People who do not take whole milk, they can have 2% fat, you can have 3% fat. And yogurt is always made by the choice of the milk that you take, and also by the choice of the fat in the milk that you want. So this is my box of yogurt that I take every day for lunch, and I just bought it so that you can see that milk is set inside this box, so that it doesn't get disturbed, and it is good. And this yogurt, I usually put some water and shake it and take it in the form of buttermilk. So this is yogurt, and yogurt definitely is animal protein. It is not vegan, but yes, you have nowadays vegan yogurts available, and you can make them at home because cultured bacteria is essentially good for you. So any milk you can make yogurt. There is a company called Good Milk, wherein they do commercially available plant-based yogurts from peanut milk, from almond milk, from cashew milk, any nut milk. Okay, any nuts that you soak overnight, and then you put some water and you churn it. You get the extract from that, and you filter the extract. That's the milk of the nuts. So with this milk of the nuts, if you set similar fashion with cultured bacteria into it, it forms curd. So anybody who is vegan can still have plant-based curd. This is the tip for today. And people who have milk allergies, who have milk protein allergies, especially when you talk about milk protein allergy, it's the casein allergy that they are allergic to, that can cause loose motions or allergies or rashes and indigestions and all that. There are very few of them who have milk protein allergy, and it does develop when you deliver also. After the delivery of the child has loose motions, and the pediatrician says that I think it's the milk allergy that is having. Please stop milk products for some days so that the loose stools or the jaundice or whatever is the problem will settle down. But then you always have alternatives. Even if you have milk allergy, the casein is definitely broken down in the milk to byproducts like glucose and galactose and all sugar in yogurt. So essentially yogurt is lesser allergic than milk for people who have milk allergy. This is another tip for today. And what's there in yogurt? In about 100 grams of yogurt or commercially available curd, we have about 61 calories. So it's low in calories. It's 88% water. It helps in hydration. Good amount of protein, 3.5 grams, and the protein content is a very easily digestible protein. So it's highly nutritious. Carbs, 4.7 grams of carbs, so instant energy. Sugar, the same thing, 4.7 grams. And fiber, there's no fiber. So essentially, it's lighter on your tummy. And fat is 3.3 grams. So fat content varies. High content of fat is seen in full fat milk yogurt, and low content is seen in low fat milk yogurt. So it varies from about 3.3 to about 8.5 grams of protein, also depending on the fat content of the milk. And it's a very rich source of protein. If you take a cup of yogurt, say if I take this much of yogurt, it's a cup of yogurt, it gives about 8.5 to 9 grams of protein for the day. So it's very good source of easy digestible protein, which has additional advantages also. So we'll talk one by one about protein, fats, carbs and sugars. So protein, basically it's the whey protein and casein that is there in yogurt. The whey protein is about 20%. It's water soluble and it's rich in amino acids, valine, leucine and isoleucine. That's why it's very good for pregnant women, very good for the growth of the baby, very good for the weight of the baby. So anybody who's having little lesser weights in the baby, you can definitely take yogurt, which is rich in whey protein and a lot of amino acids. And another component of protein is the casein, which is 80%, which is water insoluble protein. And its most abundant, the most abundant casein is the alpha casein. So it also helps, the alpha casein also helps in absorption of minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and it is known to decrease your blood pressure. So all these proteins that the casein protein especially is rich in amino acids, and it is very easy to digest. So from a child who is started weaning, the weaning foods starts the curd. So the cultured curd especially, it is very good for a weaning child. You can mix it with ragi malt, you can mix it with the uggu that you make, you can mix it with the rice thing, you can mix it with the millets porridge, you can mix it with anything and you can give. And especially you can mix it with some vegetable mash so that you give for a taste. So yogurt can take in salt, it can take in sugar. And another disadvantage is if you put a lot of sugar in yogurt, which is available in commercial available yogurts which are flavored, it is extremely high in sugar, and if it is pasteurized, it does not contain healthy bacteria. So all yogurts are not good. Make sure that the yogurt is non-pasteurized and made at home and freshly made. Commercially available pasteurized yogurts are definitely not healthy. They do not have the healthy bacteria, and also they are loaded with sugar. This is another tip for people who are buying yogurt on a regular basis and eating that it is going to be healthy. Absolutely not. You have to check the yogurt for its contents. So sometimes sugars are more than 4.7 to 18 or 19% sugars are also there. So it's important to check the quality. And whey protein in yogurt, it can also be used for bodybuilding, and which also helps in weight loss and which also decreases your BP. So that's another tip for today. And about the fat content, as I have told you, depending on the milk fat, it's 2% milk or 4% milk or whatever milk content of the fat content of the milk, you get the fat content of the yogurt. And it's mostly in between 0.4 to 3.3, and then it is loaded with saturated fat of 70% and monounsaturated fats. So milk fat gives about 400 types of fatty acids, and those are extremely beneficial, extremely nutritious, and they help you in the long run. And there are these trans fats, the ruminant trans fats or dairy trans fats, the bacinic acid, the conjugated linoleic acid. These are very, very helpful for your general well-being also. So this is about the fats of milk. And you have to, when you come about talking about the carbs are definitely lactose and galactose, which are available in milk. And lactose, which has some kind of allergies also. This type of carb is lesser in lower than in milk. So that is why people tolerate yogurt and they sometimes don't tolerate milk. And when they break down, when the milk carbs break down, they give galactose and glucose. So when they give galactose and glucose again forms lactic acid, which causes the soreness. So soreness of the curd comes with the lactic acid in it, which is a breakdown product of the lactose into glucose. So this is another important part. The more the amount of lactic acid, the more amount of sourness it has. And as I have told you, sugars, yes, sugars are actually curd is less in sugar, but then when you have commercial preparations of curd like yogurt and all that, they are extremely loaded in sugar to give you that appealing taste and that addiction and that flavor, and the additives that make into it cause lots and lots of problems. Those are not the ones that we are talking about. So beware, it is not about commercially available yogurts, which are definitely not healthy and not recommended even for kids for on a regular basis. Once in a while, once in a week, you give them, or when you're traveling, you give them for a change. That's fine, but then watch on, and you cannot give them on a very regular basis instead of the curd that we eat at home or the yogurt that we eat at home. So when you have to talk about the vitamins and minerals, it is full of so many vitamins and minerals, the B12, the calcium, the phosphorus, the riboflavin, which is B2 vitamin. So all these things help a lot and have lots and lots of benefits. And full fat milk has all of these vitamins, and it is essentially a power packed nutrient. And about all these things, you have another very big advantage is the probiotics that it carries. And the probiotics definitely are in the discussion these days because of the health benefits, and probiotics are behind many good things that are happening inside our body. And the probiotics that we get from curd and the curd and yogurt are definitely very beneficial. And to be very specific, it should be non-pasteurized yogurt, which gives the good quality probiotics into your body. So the lactic acid bacteria, especially the bifidobacteria. The bifidobacteria is the bacteria behind these advantages of probiotic levels in the yogurt. And when you have to talk about the bifidobacteria, it is essentially a very body friendly bacteria that gives the added advantages in the yogurt. And the bifidobacteria are responsible for the immune system, the increase in your immunity levels, especially the yogurt, cultured yogurt has a lots of magnesium, selenium, zinc, that increases your immunity levels, and the probiotics also give lots of benefit, and the vitamin D level in the yogurt is pretty much high, and there are yogurts which are fortified with vitamin D just to improve the absorption of vitamin D, because it has also got some fat content. They are very low in cholesterols, and they are extremely beneficial, loaded with the vitamins like thiamine, niacin, folate, vitamin, as I have told you, vitamin B6, B12 and potassium. And the cholesterol level is lesser in yogurt. That is why it is very healthy. And the bifidobacteria actually synthesize so many vitamins per se to make it more beneficial. And always when you have to choose the quality of curd or yogurt, you have to choose the live cultures. The live cultured yogurt is absolutely healthy, and not only if we have to talk about the benefits, it improves the immune system, it decreases your cholesterol levels, it has got digestive health, decreases the symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, it improves the intestinal flora, which help in absorption of vitamins, and the bifidobacteria, they synthesize many vitamins there, and they protect against diarrhea, they protect against constipation, they improve lactose digestibility, and the bifidobacteria are definitely very helpful in our intestines. They act as the guarding angels of the intestine. They prevent lots of infections, and they also improve the lactose digestibility. Yes, lactose in milk protein is not digestible for many of them. So the lactose digestibility is improved by the bifidobacteria in the yogurt. And if you have to talk about yogurt, and definitely you have to talk about your bones, your bone health, the prevention of osteoporosis, especially in elderly women, especially perimenopausal women. Yogurt is very good for them in terms of giving bone health, and extremely beneficial for giving bone health. That's why even in smaller children, pregnant women, post-delivered mothers, it is a very good source of calcium, vitamin D, minerals, and it improves in bone density. And it is one of the best foods, easy digestible foods, acceptable by many, unlike allergies for so many things, this is more acceptable. And it is important to introduce curd on a regular basis to even to kids, to know the flavor of it, and also know the advantages of it. You should talk to kids about these things and then introduce them, rather than the fad diets. Yogurt is our own, locally available. You can make it at home, and it doesn't take a lot of effort. It is definitely cheaper, and it is more sustainable in terms of health. Definitely, not only the bone health and osteoporosis, it also has beneficial effects against decreasing your blood pressure, decreasing your heart disease, decreasing your viral infections and gut disorders, especially viral infections. Now that we are fighting with COVID, you have regular yogurt in your diet, it helps combat all kinds of viral infections, gut problems, loose stools, decreases your blood pressure, improves your cardiac disease, prevention of cardiac disease, and also it's very good anti-inflammatory agent. So whenever it is an anti-inflammatory agent, as we are talking about superfoods are anti-inflammatory agents. They give you advantage fighting against hypertension, diabetes, arthritis issues, a lot of cancers. So its anti-inflammatory property is also very beneficial. So today it was all about yogurt. Yes, there are some disadvantages to it, like it can be allergic to some people who have milk allergies. It has got loaded sugar if you take the commercial forms. But then yes, a good news for vegans is now you have vegan products available, vegan yogurts available in the market, and you can make it at home in a similar fashion that I have told you. So this is all about yogurt, and this is how superfoods help you in the long run.